Hello, everyone. In a revelation that has left the religious community stunned, Gabriel Swaggart, the grandson of legendary televangelist Jimmy Swaggart, has come forward in a bold and painful confession that exposes deep family betrayal, financial deception, and the haunting legacy of greed hidden behind the polished smiles of Christian broadcasting. Gabriel, known for his calm sermons and loyal service at Family Worship Center, broke years of silence to reveal a side of his family the public never saw. Behind the cameras, he says, was a web of manipulation that began long before he was even old enough to understand. In his words, what started as a mission to preach the gospel became a battleground for power, control, and money. Gabriel alleges that his father, Donnie Swaggart, not only betrayed his own calling, but used his influence and access to siphon millions from the ministry that Jimmy Swaggart built with his own sweat and shame after the scandals of the 1980s nearly destroyed everything. According to Gabriel, Donnie began seizing control of financial decisions in the early 2000s, when Jimmy's health and public standing were weakening. Behind closed doors, Gabriel recalls witnessing conversations where money meant for international outreach and community missions was mysteriously rerouted to shell companies, personal luxuries, and secret accounts, all under Donnie's authorization. While Jimmy continued to preach, unaware of the full scope, Donnie's lifestyle grew increasingly lavish, from private jets and multi-million-dollar homes to extravagant vacations disguised as ministry trips. Gabriel struggled with the truth for years, torn between loyalty to his father and his responsibility to the truth. But what broke him, he says, was discovering financial documents and emails that allegedly prove his father's quiet dismantling of the financial structure his grandfather had spent a lifetime building. Not only was the money misused, Gabriel claims, but attempts to question the decisions were met with intimidation, silence, or spiritual gaslighting. In one chilling moment he described, Gabriel approached Donnie in private to confront him, only to be warned that families that expose each other don't survive, especially in front of cameras. The betrayal, Gabriel says, wasn't just financial, it was spiritual. He felt he was watching a sacred calling become a corporation, where Jesus was the logo but greed was the CEO. The emotional toll was immense. Gabriel admitted to sleepless nights, broken trust, and contemplating walking away from the ministry altogether. It was only through prayer and his grandfather's fading guidance that he found the courage to tell the truth. In his words, he wasn't exposing his father to destroy him, but to save what was left of the mission that brought millions to Christ. Since coming forward, the Swaggart family has remained publicly silent, but insiders claim the ministry is under internal audit and legal voices are now circling. Gabriel's brave step has inspired others in the evangelical world to question unchecked leadership and the secrecy behind mega-church finances. The story of the Swaggarts was always one of rise, fall, and redemption, but now it may also be a lesson in accountability. As Gabriel ended his statement, his final words echoed louder than any sermon. Truth may divide a family, but silence destroys a legacy, and I won't let that happen. Not to my grandfather and not to God's work. Thanks for watching.